Hey, JT, obviously it's been a grind for you guys since coming off COVID, with I think it was 19 games in the last 32 days. Just your thoughts on the experience now that it's come to an end.
Oh man, it's been just been crazy. It's hard to really describe it. Obviously playing so many games in a shortened season, and then with our COVID thing, shortening it even or making it longer, but playing more games in a short amount of time. It's been it's probably been more mentally challenging for me than anything. It's you're playing a lot of hockey games. Unfortunately, we were down in the standings fairly early, and it's just chasing it. It was a hard season. It's just mentally very taxing.
This obviously being the last game of the year, the coaching staff don't have contracts going forward. How does that uncertainty affect the players, and just your thoughts on, the time you spent with Travis Green here?
Yeah, I mean, he's given me more opportunities than I could ask for. I know that every coach that we have has a lot of respect from our players, and we all wish they can be back. But other than that, that's all I can really say. They gave me every opportunity in the world, so I'm super thankful for that.
Next up, we'll go to Patrick Johnston.
Just looking back at the beginning of the season, of course, you had to sit out for a week. Just in hindsight, how frustrating was that experience, given that, in the end, Jordy maybe was positive and you never were positive?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just how the year was going for everybody, I mean, to quarantine for, I think I've said it before, almost around 50 days and never even having COVID is kind of crazy. So it is what it is. That was a long time ago. It's frustrating. It was frustrating, but I'm glad they made it right, and I got to join the guys on the trip to start the year.
And just about sort of the end of your season, obviously losing Petey was hard. You having to move into center, how do you feel about that? How did that go for you as a player?
I think pretty good. Like I like playing in the middle. Sometimes it's a learning experience in there playing. That's probably the longest stretch of pro hockey I've played at center, in the NHL, I should say. But it's I really like playing there. I think it suits my game well. There's stuff that I'm still learning, like I said, but like I enjoy. I like the commitment to both ends you have to have. I think it makes me more engaged. I like the matchup role against other top centers, and I really like, I communicate a lot. So I think I think I'm a good fit with the defenseman down low in the zone, and I like to have the puck coming out of my end. So I think it frees me up a little bit. Sometimes when you're a winger, it's just, you can go a period without touching the puck sometimes, just the way it goes. And, I feel like as a center, you get the puck a little more, and I want the puck a lot. And, it's been a hard year for everybody. We've gone through a lot as a team, and, I'm really proud with the way that our team head to toe is kind of grinding through this just a very unlikely, crazy season.
We'll take a couple more here. We'll go first to Tom Mistrance.
JT, as you reflect on this season and where this team is at, just massively disparate results in your first two seasons here, where do you think this team needs to improve? How far away do you think you are as a group from being back to where you were last season?
It's really hard to evaluate this year, honestly, with how much we had to go through as a team, and I keep beating a dead horse, but I think getting a little normality back and having our injured players back is going to make us a lot better team at the end of the day. There's not much between our team and the playoffs in the North Division this year. For everyone to get COVID when they did, at that timing couldn't have been worse. I mean, we were starting to hit a little bit of a stride. We knew we were playing good, playing well, and we have 6 or 8 forwards injured that play every night. We have 4 or 5 penalty killers that are hurt. It is what it is. I'm not making excuses, but I mean, I think having our team back and having fans in the building and having some normality to the schedule, it's going to help everybody. I mean, this year it makes everyone look bad to an extent, if you will. I mean, especially when things aren't going well from a record standpoint. And, we missed the way we felt last year when we were playing well and in the playoffs. And I just think that everybody is very tired mentally right now.
Thanks, Ben.
Yep.
Last question here comes from Ben Kuzma.
Just one for me, JT. I think a lot of us appreciate the fact that you're kind of cut from an old school cloth and you wear your heart on your sleeve. There were so many things this season, JT, that you couldn't control. whether that's being cooped up, testing every day, restrictive traveling, just things that are so far from the norm. What did you learn about yourself this year, JT?
I think it's good for us, mentally. I mean, it's such a test. There's, it's kind of like when you have a kid and you don't get any sleep. It's like how you are as a dad in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you be as a person when nothing's going really, on paper for us, with the quarantining and the tough schedule, and then everybody getting COVID and having to jam a bunch of hockey in, and we're playing regular season games that I don't want to say mean nothing, but they are for the standings. We're just playing games when we're have to watch playoff hockey the rest of the day. And it's just very mentally challenging. And I learned, I'm happy with how I grinded through, but I do like it. Like I said, it brings a lot of frustration. You guys obviously hear it. We've talked about it before, but I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's a lot different when there's no fans in the stands and you're having a rough game and you play 4 games in 6 nights almost every week, it seems like, and it's just it's very hard. It's taxing. I hope we never have to go through it again. And I just can't. I know that we talk a lot. We just can't wait to have a little normality. I think we miss spending time with our families, our immediate families back home, and that's kind of where our heads are at, I think.